Hi, Erica.
Hi.
We've changed places. I'm at home and you're on a cruise.
I'm on the cruise this week.
And you're on my favorite cruise line of all right now.
I am absolutely enjoying every moment on board Explorer Journeys so far.
Be sure to say hi to Jonathan and everyone from Oasis that's there with you and tell them
hmm
that I'm 100% jealous.
It is everything that you've said it was supposed to be or said it was like and more. So
I
we love
told
it.
you, I told you.
Yeah.
Well, we have some very exciting news to start talking about.
Yeah.
And I know that you're on a cruise, but I couldn't wait anymore. Do you want to tell
Well,
people?
I'm on the cruise and
Yeah.
this is all I'm thinking about.
Do you want to tell them what we're going to do?
So we are officially making the switch to a new platform. We are switching over to Tern. So we have
Oh,
you and I, right? We are legacy Travefy, TravelJoy users, and we are in the middle of the holiday festive season. We are picking up and moving our systems over.
we are.
Yeah.
And I am a little shell shocked.
hmm
I'm I know that anybody that knows us, all of our travel agent friends that know
Oh
us,
yeah.
and any of our students from River Cruise King Academy that know how much we have enjoyed Travel Joy and how it helped transform our businesses, which we'll talk about in
Absolutely.
a moment,
hmm
that even 3 months ago
Yeah.
would never have believed it if we had
hmm
said we were going to move to Turn. And I wouldn't even have
Yeah.
believed it.
And we have some very close TA friends that love Tern and tell us about Tern all the time and are like, why don't you try out Tern? And
And
we
we were
always
like,
kind of go, we're so happy. We're, we're
well, the
happy.
thing is, as a group person,
hmm
I needed certain tools in Travel Joy that their group management was giving me and still gives.
Yeah.
And I want to be clear, I'm not dogging Travel Joy. I'm not mad at Travel Joy, but why don't you talk a little bit about the call from a couple weeks ago when you're like, Dave, have you
Yeah.
seen the latest product announcements and forecasting and the 5 year projections that Tern is doing? And I was like,
Yeah.
no, what?
Yeah. Like I said, right, we have some friends that are Tern loyalists from the
Hi,
beginning.
Pam. Hi,
And
Pam.
they
Shout out to Pam.
and they and they always talk about just how fast Tern has moved. And so it was a few weeks ago, I saw an ad on Facebook around, hey, listen to our, kind of our state of the business and where we're going webinar. And I sat on it and I listened to it and I was working while I was, as we do on some webinars, right? And I
Multitaskers.
and all of a sudden, I stopped working because they started talking about some group landing pages and booking pages. And by golly, it looked like they were combining several tools that we work in into one platform. And I was like, oh, okay,
Hmm.
that's interesting. And then they
Yeah.
were talking, about, some of the tools that they've continued to improve where, if you're doing FIT work, which, I do have a good amount of FIT business that, again, just reminding us how easy it is that as you're building your itinerary, your invoice builds. Well, geez, that sounds like another time saver. And then they kind of dropped the big one for me where it kind of sounded a lot like, AI and email integration, where how we get those notices from our favorite suppliers where they go, hey, we have some covert fares, or hey, there's a
Right.
special coming out, or
Right.
something's launching, a new ship, a new itinerary, something, and you want to send it out to everybody, but we never have time to send it out because who's going to write a personalized email because we know that just randomly pushing out this email from a
Right.
supplier isn't going to be as
Really,
effective, right?
really.
So the example they gave was literally putting in, they gave an example of a cruise and a cruise itinerary and a special, and they pushed a button and it essentially looked at people's past travel history. And so they gave, one of them was a cruiser that had cruised that line twice a year. And so that email that was crafted was geared toward someone who loves to cruise and loves that line. And hey, look, it's a special on your favorite line. the next person pulled up, and it was someone that likes to travel in this time of year. And so it was a very different AI
Right.
created email. And it was all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, this is custom AI marketing that it just kind of blew my mind that I know this is where AI is going, right? I know none of us used AI, what, 2 years ago, right? We didn't even know what this thing was.
I remember when
And
you and Chris told me about ChatGPT, and I'm like, chat, blah, blah, blah. I do not have time.
and now a day doesn't go by, right? And so I kind of looked at it and was like, there was this moment, like during this hour and a half, and I called you, I think, immediately after the call ended. And I
You
was like,
did.
one, it appears that it's going to simplify our current work, right? Whether it's our group work or our individual bookings, it's going to simplify and reduce the amount of tools that we're going to use. And very soon in, it's going to change the way we do our marketing to our clients.
Mhm. It's
And
all
that's
the
where I
things
know I won you over.
you did because it's all the things that I've been saying. When I get
Hmm.
these tasks done, I want to do this, this, and this. And
Yeah.
after I finish, there's three courses that I have from my friend Marcy. Well, you know Marcy, right? There's
Yeah.
three courses from Marcy that I want to watch because I need to re-streamline some of my processes and add some things here and this and that. And as soon as I get that done, then I'm going to work on this new niche marketing stuff that I keep. And you
Mhm.
were just like, here's a carrot. Here's the
It's
thing. This will all put all of this stuff together. But I
yeah.
do remember my resistance to Tern up till now was because of the group
Yeah.
management stuff that
Yeah.
I need. That
Yeah.
TravelJoy does such a good job, or at least has up till now done a great job for what I needed at that time.
Exactly.
But as
Hmm.
my needs are changing and as my challenges are changing, I'm starting to see limitations
Hmm.
and demands on my time because you know what? You introduced me to Travel Joy way, way
I
back
remember
when.
making the transition to TravelJoy.
Remember? Hi,
Yep. And
Pam.
it
That was
and
a
it
different Pam
changed
that I had
our
help me. Yes.
life.
It
Yeah.
did. You said, I think the magic thing about TravelJoy is that it was a tool that allowed you to triple your production as a
Mm. Yeah.
still agent
Yeah.
and put so many things. I had never seen a CRM for
Hmm.
travel.
Yep.
I was like you. I was working in Excel spreadsheets and
Mhm.
writing every email. And
Folders
there
for
were,
every trip,
I mean,
lots of paper.
we have to give a little shout out to COVID because COVID
Hmm.
was the
Yep.
gift of time
Yep.
that cleared our calendars to concentrate on learning
Yep.
about the technology changes that had happened in
Hmm.
our business,
Yeah.
stuff that I didn't know about Flowdesk. I didn't know about Calendly or Linktree or any of this stuff back then. We
Yep.
learned about it by COVID or during
Hmm.
COVID.
Yep.
We prepped during COVID. And then post COVID, I know that my business has quadrupled
Yep.
with my abilities because of TravelJoy and Travelify and all of
Yep.
that.
Yep.
But now I'm starting to be overwhelmed with what I
Mhm.
want to do for my clients, but what I'm
Yeah.
confined
Yeah.
by time and ability and manpower because it's just me doing
Hmm.
90% of everything. And,
Yep.
my husband Terry is doing all my
Hmm.
admin and helping
Yep.
me with insurance, but
Yep.
he has zero desire or interest in getting involved in the marketing and the creation.
Process of
And
it.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I need a tool that will put all of that
Mhm.
together, but
Yeah.
also make it pretty and easy for my clients to pull up
Exactly.
what they're booking and keep it
Yep.
simple without me having to do an extra step and an extra thing.
Yeah.
And my clients right now are confused. My clients ask me, Dave, sometimes I click on a TravelJoy thing and it's asking me to log in. And I'm like, oh, well, you clicked on the travel
And sometimes
page of
they get confused on the
TravelJoy.
Travify. I
They
know.
do.
Yeah.
They're like, what? And so what you shared with me excited me enough
Hmm.
that
Yep.
we both opened the little 14-day trial Taryn thing and we started
Hmm.
looking at it. And I know in 24 hours it had showed us enough that we
Hmm.
were like,
Yep. Yep.
ooh.
So
And
then we
then
wanted to really confirm that
right,
we were going in the right direction. And so we set up a
right.
call, right?
Well,
and
yeah,
we
because life got in the
yeah,
way and our
yeah.
14-day free trial disappeared. And we're like, oh, well, and before we redid it
Hmm.
or whatever,
Yeah.
wrote David Shaw an email and said, "Hi,
Mhm.
we're Dave and Erica, and we're agents, but we also do this thing called River Cruise King Academy, and we have
Mhm.
these students that
Yeah.
have been signing up for our classes, and the majority of them are using TravelJoy. In our
Mhm.
last class, we only taught TravelJoy, but our next one, we noticed that about 25% of our students are
Yeah.
using Tern, and we want to kind of bring them
Integrate.
together.
Yeah.
And they called immediately and they were like, let's do a Zoom. And they put
Hmm.
everybody on that call. I mean, it's David Scholl and Grace von Hollaback and Dylan Valensky. And they were so excited to
Yeah.
talk to us.
Hmm.
And they're like, we want to partner with you.
Hmm.
We want to
Yep.
partner with you as agents. We want to talk to you all about how you can onboard. We're going to give you onboard help. We want to talk to you about your academy and your lessons
Yeah.
and sharing Taryn with everybody.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you and I were like, wow.
Kind of
And then we
overwhelming
looked,
to think that we're going
yeah,
to go through
because
it all again because we're
well
not in the
then,
middle of COVID where we only
oh
have,
my God,
a
no,
handful of bookings, right? Because everything
no,
else is canceled. We're
we're
now full flight in the middle of,
everything and no chance to breathe. However,
yeah.
we're just like every other agent out there. We're so busy
Mhm.
and we have ideas, we have things we want to get done, but we have to make room to make it happen.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
And
one of the great,
it's like anything worthwhile in life, you have to make the time to do the
do
work
it,
so
right,
that you can then have the headspace to be able to do all those other things and take on more bookings, right?
right. But then they
Yeah.
told us about their whole onboarding program and how
Yeah.
they have one that you can have onboarding assistance, they have the
Mhm.
onboarding lessons and all this kind of stuff that was enough to make us
Mhm.
go, okay,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
make the change.
Because I know when we all switched the first time, we just kind of were flying by the seat of our pants, right? We just kind of, oh, let's just start dumping stuff in and, because
Mhm.
it was all coming off of pen and paper, so it was fairly easy to, move bookings. But none of
I
us had email templates, and we were like, oh my gosh, email
no
templates is
task
amazing. And
lists,
task
automations,
lists.
work. I didn't
Yeah.
even know what workflow meant at that point.
Hmm.
Like, what is a
Yeah.
workflow?
Yeah.
So,
So here
after
we
a
are.
series of calls and meetings with the wonderful team at Tern, we have
Hmm.
some announcements. Starting with, of course, we are
We are officially
officially
switching.
transitioning. And I think the exciting thing is we're going to
Yeah.
share that transition with
Yeah.
all of our fellow agent friends,
Yeah.
with our students, and any other agents out there that have been thinking about making this change.
Yeah.
We are going to share our experience
Hmm.
along
Yep.
with our wonderful, we're going to have some assistance in making the change over with
Hmm.
Brooklyn
Yep. Yep.
Robbins. And
Yep.
um, we, we might have some surprise guests for our master class with Dylan Valensky, whether he's on board or then he's definitely going to come and do a webinar. Uh,
Hmm. Yep.
but maybe we can tease him to come on board. We'll see.
Yeah.
David, let him
Yeah.
come, let him come.
And for
Um,
people that are nervous about making a change, we're hoping that this series really kind of shows you that that there is a nice organized process. And like you said, there's two ways, right? There is the way that you can just tell Turn do it.
right. And you can
Okay.
hire somebody from Taryn to
Yeah.
do it.
Or they have a process where it's a very in-depth process where you're moving and you're doing things in the right order so that the system, one, it's easier for you as you're making the transition, and two, then the system is set up in a way that makes sense to you because you've
Right,
helped put it in place. So
right,
yeah,
right.
hopefully this will make anyone thinking about moving more excited about moving and thinking it's an easy process, or it's not
Yes,
as overwhelming as we think it is right now.
right. And in the spirit of of our academy. Whereas
Yeah.
we share what it is we do with our students,
Hmm.
we're going to start a little online series here at both
Yeah.
our River Cruise King Academy Facebook
Hmm.
page and our River Cruise King Academy YouTube page.
Hmm.
And sorry, we have a husband coming home, and it's cold here in Barcelona, so he's blowing his nose. You heard a trumpet. Um, but we're going to share our journey. You
Hmm.
can follow along. Maybe
Yeah.
you, as an agent, want to make the change with us as we're doing it. We'll
Hmm.
share an affiliate link where you can sign up for
Yeah.
Tern and get a little discount.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
yeah, let's turn this into, because we're not gatekeepers to what we
No,
do.
no, we will share the good and the
Add an ugly because
and
there'll
the
be
ugly and
everything.
the, but we know in, I mean, we know in the end this is the right decision for us. We've looked at the tools, we've evaluated them. We know once we get through the migration, we will have more time in our day. Our work will be more efficient and effective, and
Yes,
that's what we'll keep reminding ourselves
absolutely.
that it's worth
So
the overwhelm of moving entire databases. Oh my gosh, did you when they asked the question about do you want to move history over? My initial answer was nope, nope, no history. And you're like, well, of course. And I was like, oh God, we're gonna move history over too.
you kind of have to. I
I
remember,
mean,
and here's the
it's
thing,
perfect to have it, but
I
I
migrated
know.
within TravelJoy when I moved from Germany to Spain, and I migrated systems and I redid stuff, and I found
Oh,
myself going back. And before I did that, before I had downloaded every single person's history so that
yeah.
should they have a question, I could go find it. But it was really hard. But
Oh yeah.
I think it will be a lot of work at first,
Hmm.
but just like our journey with TravelJoy, it's going to have a great reward.
Yeah.
I still think TravelJoy is a great product for a lot of
Yeah.
people,
And we're still
and
going to
we're
teach
still
it
going
in
to
our
teach it.
course.
We're
Yeah.
absolutely going to teach it and
Hmm.
elevate it. And for those who use TravelJoy, but we
Hmm.
do know, because, we are not beholden to any company.
Any
We
one
we
system. Yeah.
use the things that we as users and clients want
Yeah.
to use, and we tell the truth about what we think about them. That
Hmm.
includes
Yep.
if we're going on a cruise or on a land tour
Hmm.
or whatever, when we're counseling our clients, we're lucky enough that we have personal experience on all of these cruise
Hmm.
ships and lines, and we tell the truth, the
Yeah.
good and the bad, so that
Hmm.
people know what to expect. We manage
Hmm.
expectations
Yeah.
properly. And we're going to do the same thing here with the tools, because there's still great reasons for certain agents in certain areas of our business
Absolutely.
to stick
Hmm.
with Travify and some to
Hmm.
stick with TravelJoy. But
Hmm.
we know in our circle, there's a large number of people that are teetering of the,
Yeah.
and
That are
so
making
we're
the
going to
switch and or
say,
have made the
we're
switch
going
and
to
are very happy.
yeah, and we're gonna share our experience so that
Yeah.
others that are in the same, seesaw that we are can
Hmm.
watch. And I
Yeah.
love the fact also we're expanding our knowledge, so we'll be able in our future academies to teach both systems in a
Hmm.
really
Yeah.
credible way, because we use both
Yeah.
or have used both, and we'll,
Mhm.
there I'm also, it's nice to save some money. If
It is.
there's
And it
a
to be able
subscription
to,
here, a subscription there, a subscription there,
yeah,
it adds up over the
it
years.
does.
And
Hmm.
if we can unify into one product, do you remember when I used to joke, I wish Travify and TravelJoy would get married?
Hmm.
Well, they didn't. But I
No.
think I think somewhere there was some kind of a baby, and that baby is Tern, because it seems to take the best of both of them and put them
Hmm.
together.
Yeah.
So I'm
Plus more.
super excited.
Yeah.
Terry is very excited. Terry has been having some issues with TravelJoy, and as an administrator, he notices things, and he asks me, "Well, why is this like this, and why can't this be like this?" And I'm like, "It just is what it is." So when I told him that we were going to do Taryn, he was like, "Okay, I'm in. I want to go on the journey with you." So
Hmm. Yeah.
maybe even he'll be here learning with us, and you guys
That'd be
can
awesome. Hmm.
see what I deal with.
You're
not
fine.
just trumpets.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're excited but nervous and
Yeah,
know it's going to be a lot of work, but
yes,
it's the right decision right now for us.
it is.
Yeah.
So, all right, kids, that's our
Yeah.
big announcement. It is the 15th of December. We have a call tomorrow with
Hmm.
Brooklyn and Dylan again, and they're going
Yep.
to create a
We're starting
plan
through the steps. Yeah.
for us. Yes. So we
Hmm.
actually have to get out of here because Dylan sent us a form that we have to
Yep.
fill out,
We have
and
homework.
we have homework. Yes. And we need to look at some things
Mhm.
and
Yeah. Yeah. But it's going to
and
be good.
then I have all the other 100 things that I have to do. I have to release a Tahiti group and a Doro group, and I have some airfares and safari things to do. And
Hmm.
can we
I know.
expand the clock somehow? I need 5 more hours in a day. Oh, but hopefully in the future, Tern will be that clock
Yeah. I hope so
expansion
too.
of time
Yeah.
management and the ability
Hmm.
to service our clients in a fully comprehensive way and maximize our income because
Yep.
we are all in
Exactly.
travel. We do love to travel, but we're in it because
Hmm.
this is a business
Yeah.
and we are in it to make money and do things the right way. So
Exactly.
please enjoy the rest of your day on my favorite ship. Go look for Faith up
I will.
in the
We will.
Explora buffet area. Well, can't call it a buffet area. It's the
No, the
food station, the
marketplace.
marketplace, the food
The
station
marketplace.
place with its welcome array of champagnes and its sushi bar. Okay, all right, I gotta stop because then I will be jealous that I'm not there. So,
Yeah.
all right,
But
bye,
all right, so we'll
friend.
talk tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.